The route for the second sector begins in Almudévar and ends in Pina de Ebro, running alongside the AP2 motorway. Stefan Peter Hansel was in a rush, in a hurry to get off in his BMW. Having won Special Stage 1, it's his chance to go to bed on Saturday night as the leader of the Baja Aragon. Rather different route, and a rare occurrence of a mini stream in Aragon, such an arid landscape, and that really just illustrating how Peter Hansel navigates the terrain, taking off alongside these thin, narrow paths and making almost his own route, kicking up some rocks in the background as well, and plenty of dust, showing how important it is to be one of the first riders in the prologue and be able to get off ahead of the rest. 2-minute gap in between of the drivers taking off in the morning, and then their relative times, the guide for the afternoon. Peter Hansel, the winner of Special Stage 2.
First day of race, it's okay. Second stage was very nice, better than the first one, a little bit longer, but for me it was more technical. Not only the beginning, always technical, not too fast, with not too much grip, so a lot of slide. But yeah, it was okay. We tried to push since the beginning to the end. We did.
The gauntlet had been laid down to Nani Roma by Stefan Peter Hansel, and Roma never one to back down from the challenge. In hot pursuit of his French rival, Roma taking on Special Stage 2 and aiming to overtake his rival. Still with a penalty hanging over his head, you wouldn't know until later on in the evening if race direction would implement it. Roma well experienced in the Baja Aragon, but with a new man alongside him, Pascal Maimon, his new co-driver. Roma arriving second, just 1 minute 12 seconds behind Peter Hansel, with a look of preoccupation on his face.
Yes, in the second lap and second stage, it's much better for me and for Pascal. Now I feel more the car, and I feel more tip of driving need from drive this car. It's not easy. In some times in the stage, during the stage, depend of the style of the corners, the car is really slow. But in the others, it's really good to drive. It's really nice.
Boris Gadassin looking good for a podium, having impressed early on in the prologue and in Special Stage 1. His first chance to take on Special Stage 2, and the Russian didn't disappoint. Showing some of the best rear wheel sliding that you see all weekend in the Baja Aragon. Gadassin took off third, and that is how he ended the day. Spectacular performance from a driver always keen to play down his abilities. We heard him before saying he didn't consider himself a favourite and that Peter Hansel was just too strong. Gadassin was some 3 minutes 48 behind Peter Hansel, and 2 minutes 36 down on Nani Roma.
Oh, I'm afraid without problem I can't fight with Pietrangeli in this race. I'm not ready, I'm afraid, yes, because he is really very fast.
Christoph Olowitz next up. As seen before, had won the prologue and then dropped down the order in Special Stage 1. He was back on form for Special Stage 2, taking on the route from Almudévar to Pina de Ebro, Almudévar near Huesca. With some ragged, aggressive riding, needing to make up some ground. Really tearing up the Nissan Navara in pursuit of the podium spots. Gardasin, Roma and Peter Hansel looking strong. Holovic looking to take advantage. First look at Bernard ten Brinke. Revving up a Mitsubishi Lancer. Well, different kind of power, some wind power from the Aragon scenery. Windy and technical track awaiting the drivers. Wind not so much of a problem for the drivers, but dust definitely getting in the parts, having to be cleaned in between stages. And there's the day 2 standing. Stefan Peter Hansel ending the day on top. Nani Roma second, Boris Gardasin in third. Holovic and ten Brinke second in the session. That wasn't the end of the Saturday story though. Nani Roma's penalisation confirmed by race direction.
I don't know about the penalty, you know. I try to drive and I try to make my best. Tomorrow the same today. After that it's something wrong and someone it's oh, I take the penalty, I accept, you know, not more. I stay here from try to make my best, from try to drive fast and from improve and from help the team.
So the day 2 general standings, Peter Hansel of course up in front, Boris Gardasin in second, Nowitzki, Wevers and Holovic chasing them down.